Bubba Wallace is NASCAR's only top full-time black driver who successfully pushed the league to ban Confederate flags at all events in the wake of mass protests for racial equality. Now, on Sunday, a noose was found in Bubba's garage at the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Now, NASCAR's launched an investigation into what they call a heinous act, and Bubba Wallace joins us here now to talk about this from his home in Concord, North Carolina. Hello, Bubba Wallace. Welcome to The View. We are proud to have you here.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Well, I also should point out that this did not stop you from having a career best finish at Talladega yesterday, so congratulations. Also, the governor of Alabama has apologized on behalf of your home state, and the FBI is looking into the incident as well. So when you heard about it, what was your reaction to it? And I know your mom sort of said, hey, you don't have to take this. Tell me what happened to you?
Yeah, so I found out kind of later on on Sunday evening that the hate crime had been committed in the garage by the president. President of NASCAR, Steve Phelps, had called me, and he the way he called me and his voice and his character at that moment, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, what did I say in an interview? What did I do? What kind of trouble am I in?
Yeah.
And he comes to my motorhome. That's where we're only allowed. Drivers are only allowed to go straight to our motorhomes and hang out there because of COVID-19 and social distancing and stuff. So I was in my motorhome all day, and so he called and wanted to come over and talk face to face, and he had told me what had happened, and tears was in his eyes, flowing from him from the moment he stepped inside my motorhome to the time that he left. He was so upset. I didn't know what to say or what to do. I have obviously never had that happen, and not being able to see it directly, I was just kind of thinking, like, what? Trying to process it all. And it's my dad had told me, he's like, you gotta, after the Confederate flag deal, he said, I'm proud of you, but I'm also worried about your safety, so you have to be careful. So this just shows just how much I have to watch my back, and he reiterated that on Sunday after I called him. So I called my mom first, called my dad, and we talked about it, and he again, said, got to watch your back. You got to keep your head on a swivel. And so that's just kind of how I went about it. Obviously, I was hurt. I was sad that people would go to those measures. I wouldn't say I'm shocked, because we see the stuff that goes on in the world. But just unfortunate that it happened to me, and my crew was able to see it and witness that. And it kind of took our mind off racing for a little bit. And so I guess it was kind of okay that we were put on a rain delay to go on and let us kind of refocus for Monday.
Hey,
Mr. Wallace, before the race at Talladega yesterday, all of your fellow drivers and their teams rallied around you, and they pushed your car to the front of the field. Racing legend and team owner Richard Petty stood in solidarity with you, and former NASCAR drivers like the legendary Dale Earnhardt Jr. and even other athletes like LeBron James have tweeted their support. What does it mean to you to have so much support in your corner right now?
Yeah, every time I watch that video, I get, emotional and get chills. And just to see, love, compassion, and understanding. Those were the three words that were written on my Black Lives Matter car at Martinsville just 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. And to see everybody come together and show their support. We are all competitors, and we all basically don't like each other when the race starts. We just want to go out and beat each other. That's just what competitors do. But we always show the utmost respect off the racetrack and in times of need and times of support. And I'm proud to be a part of the NASCAR family. Sometimes when you don't really feel the support, I guess you don't really focus on that. These times kind of bring back that positive light of love and passion and solidarity and unity to unite together and show that love is way stronger than hate.
Now, some people are suggesting that this is a hoax or perhaps even staged by NASCAR to garner more support for the removal of the Confederate flag. But my understanding is that the only people who have access to the area where the noose was found are the racing teams and perhaps a few essential workers. So what would you say to those people who are doubting that this even happened or that it's true?
Yeah, just like Steve Phelps said, it offends me that people would go to those measures. But again, I'm not shocked. People are entitled to their own opinion to make them feel good, whatever, help them sleep at night. But it is still an ongoing investigation with the FBI. I can now say I've talked to the FBI. Never thought that would happen. But it's just unfortunate circumstances and in a terrible time that we're in right now. Year 2020 will be one year to for sure forget moving forward. But it's simple-minded people like that, the ones that are afraid of change. They use everything in their power to defend what they stand up for, and instead of trying to listen and understand what's going on. And like I said, it's still an ongoing investigation. We're still trying to figure out whoever did this crazy act, trying to pinpoint it on somebody and just go through it all. So it's, I think it was better for me not to see it directly. I don't know how I would have reacted, but it's all in their hands now, the FBI's hands, to go through everything and try to figure it out.
So, Bubba, you've been the leading voice for social justice within NASCAR. I believe that's true. By the way, people don't like change unless it benefits them. Then they like it. So in addition to getting the league to ban the Confederate flag, you raced a couple of weeks ago in a Black Lives Matter car, and you wore an I Can't Breathe T-shirt. So on Sunday, you tweeted, "This latest incident will not break me. I will not give in, nor will I back down." If anything, has this reinforced your commitment to social change?
Absolutely. This just shows how much further we have to go as a sport, but also as a nation to on a global level as well. I mean, it's a problem. Systematic racism is a problem from every aspect of life, and we have to work so hard to get that to change. And we know it's not going to change overnight. Who knows, a year, 5, 10 years, but this isn't going to stop me from changing. This isn't going to be something that just boils over and blows over, sweep it under the rug, and forget about. It's a part of me that I said a couple weeks ago that something changed inside of me to be, an activist. My mother said, "Did you ever believe you'll be an activist?" And I'm like, no, not really, but it just felt something in my heart that I needed to step up and be a leader in this forefront. And yeah, I'm the only black driver in NASCAR. It's easier for me to talk on these matters because I go through some racism throughout my life. I don't have it as hard as other people, but I still go through it so I can witness it and be a part of it and speak on the matters and educate others. I think that's the biggest thing that we as a sport put our messaging out there, is educating people, listening and learning, helping people understand what other people are going through. We are very often too quick to listen and don't give enough time to hear each other out. So throughout all of this, it'll still, solidify where I stand and stand proud.
So, Bubba, listen, you can always come back to The View anytime. I'm not kidding.
That.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud of NASCAR, and I thank NASCAR for standing by you and recognizing that a lot of people want to be part of NASCAR.